Heatherstone is a planned unit development, a form of housing very common to California, and is distinguished by two main characteristics. The first is the use of a common set of shared facilities, and the second, an overall common architectural design. Because the legal documents that bind all the homeowners, called the covenants, conditions, and restrictions, places such a strong emphasis on maintenance of harmony, of external design and location in relation to the surrounding structures and topography, it is important that we understand the key architectural elements that define this harmony. Heatherstone consists of 44 homes, a combination of single-family homes and duplexes. These share an extensive common area that includes the swimming pool, tennis courts, pond, tot lot, and walkways. These homes are built to 4 basic plans, and by careful juxtaposition of home types and exploitation of symmetry, provide the sense of individuality under the common architectural theme. The architectural plan uses the concept of combining clipped gable roofs, full gable roofs, and flat roofs to form different basic design roof groupings for the units. The roofs are prominent in the elevations, as are the garage doors, entry gates, and the patterns and materials applied to them. These are the features you are confronted with when you first view the homes. Richard Faust, the architect who designed Heatherstone, graduated from the University of Oregon, received his California state license in 1961, and has practiced in California and Nevada since that time. He has designed several projects in the counties of Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, and Alameda, including planned unit developments such as Heatherstone, many subdivision, single-family residential designs, and several custom designs. Richard has generously spent time revisiting Heatherstone and laying out for us the basic design principles he used and providing recommendations for the essential elements and potential design variation points in his architecture for Heatherstone. Richard has identified 9 key elements that should be treated as guidelines for any future homeowner or common area changes for Heatherstone. The guidelines are intended to ensure that the patterns of growth and change do not destroy but rather enhance this established neighborhood. They will also ensure that the aggregation of new additions and changes constitute true neighborhood continuity, and that the features of the existing architecture and landscape are treated with sensitivity and respect. These guidelines need to be supported by an open process that enables Heatherstone to evolve as a coherent entity. Without such a process, it's all too easy for an individual change to disturb and even damage the architectural consistency. Here are some examples that show how this process can so easily happen. The recommended process, although seemingly complicated, is intended to make it easy to handle the majority of changes. It introduces simple checks and balances so that both homeowner and Heatherstone can receive positive verification of progress at each step. It maintains the idea of an architecture committee, strengthened by a consultant architect and color designer on call for assistance, that works in conjunction with the board, homeowner, and management. The picture here shows the roles and responsibility of the homeowner in green, the management company in red, and the architecture committee and board in yellow. A request for change, if one for replacement of an element by an architecturally identical one, a list of such elements will be developed as part of this process, requires notification, acknowledgement, and follow-up by the architecture committee at the completion of the change before it is officially accepted. For other changes, the process calls for clearer documentation of the proposed change, which, if determined acceptable, follows the same series of checks and balances. Where the proposed change is such that an interpretation or variance of the design elements is required, provision is made for using architectural consulting services to reach an equitable resolution. We hope that with discussion and acceptance of the guidelines based on the recommendations that Richard Faust has made, supported by the process that has also been described, that, as Richard said, patterns of future growth and change do not destroy, but rather enhance this established neighborhood.